U.S. President Donald Trump told reporters that he plans to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin either this week or early next week. Trump, who previously pledged to end the conflict on day one of becoming president, is struggling to broker a peace deal between Moscow and Kiev, and Russia's strikes on Ukraine have intensified. Trump has called on the European Union to hit China and India with tariffs of up to 100% to force Russian President Vladimir Putin to end the war in Ukraine. A Russian overnight attack on the western Ukrainian town of Volchynsk caused damage to a textile factory, residential buildings and a gas station, injuring 3 people. Local authorities released footage showing the destruction, including blown-out windows and damaged vehicles, but no fatalities were reported. Britain's Defence Minister John Healey has announced that UK armed forces will explore ways to bolster NATO's air defence in Poland. Speaking after a meeting with European defence officials, Healey reaffirmed the UK's commitment to support Poland as a NATO ally. Moscow denied involvement, with a Polish diplomat suggesting the drones originated from Ukraine. European leaders view the incident as justification for a collective response, though the US has yet to comment. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has condemned the recent Russian drone incursion into Polish airspace as unacceptable and a deliberate provocation against NATO and European security. Pistorius said there was no evidence the drone accidentally entered Polish territory, describing the incident as a targeted action. While clarifying that the drone flights did not cause military damage or casualties, he stressed that they violated Poland's sovereignty and international law. Pistorius affirmed Germany's firm support for Poland and NATO's air defense efforts, emphasizing unity and restraint in response to Russian provocations. And in Poland, where the Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk confirmed that multiple Russian drones violated Polish airspace overnight, prompting a swift military response that resulted in the downing of several unmanned aircrafts. Russian drones were shot down over NATO territory for the first time, highlighting the seriousness of the incident. Although there were no reported casualties, Polish Prime Minister Tusk described the event as a likely large-scale provocation. Poland remains in close coordination with NATO allies to prepare an appropriate response. Airports across the country were temporarily closed as a precaution to ensure pilot safety, rather than due to direct strikes. Polish authorities stated they are prepared to respond to future provocations or attacks as regional tensions continue to rise. The Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk warned that Poland is facing its most serious security threat since World War II, after Russian drones violated its airspace. 3 drones were confirmed shot down, with a 4th likely following 19 airspace incursions overnight. Tusk told the Parliament the incident crossed a line and was incomparably more dangerous than previous provocations. He emphasized that while there's no immediate risk of war, the situation marks a significant escalation. Poland has formally requested NATO consultations under Article 4 of the Alliance's treaty, citing the threat to its security. Police used tear gas and water cannons to disperse protesters in Montpellier as Block Everything demonstrations spread nationwide. Tens of thousands of security forces quickly removed blockades, preventing major disruption despite some clashes. The protests express widespread anger at President Emmanuel Macron, the political elite, and planned budget cuts, drawing comparisons to the 2018 Yellow Vest movement. Nearly 300 protesters were arrested across France. Sébastien Lecornu was officially sworn in as France's new Prime Minister, becoming President Emmanuel Macron's fifth appointee to the role in under 2 years. Lecornu stressed the need to end the double disconnect between politics and public expectations. Facing mass block-everything protests and political upheaval, Lecornu signaled a shift in both tone and policy, stating the government must be more creative, more technical, and more collaborative with opposition. His predecessor, François Bayrou, ousted just 2 days earlier by a tense National Assembly vote, called for a realistic reconstruction of France, rooted in current challenges.
Ça va falloir aussi changer.
Over 100 cyclists from 18 teams competed in the Tour of Binzhu in East China's Shandong province, part of the 2025 UCI Asia Tour. The race remained tight until the final stages, when Swiss rider Simon Pelot broke away, finishing first in 3 hours, 13 minutes and 39 seconds. He was followed by Japan's Yukiya Arashiro and Australia's Samuel Jenner. Pelot, 33, called it one of the best wins of his career, highlighting his solo attack in the last kilometre.